fire. Oh my goodness, y'all should see him here.
I think that you were on fire.
Yo, when they see this video, oh
Frank
my
was just
god.
saying the entire time. That was amazing.
Yo, this joint was hitting. You know, I'm glad Idris picked this song. This song, you know what? I haven't heard it in a very long time. And it's funny sometimes with music, it's sometimes 10 years, 5 years, 20 years can pass, and it comes back to you like that.
Like that.
Like this song came back to me like that. I'm like, yo, this was really a touch. Because I remember the video for this song too. The video was really tough. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want y'all to call in. Actually, we got a caller already. I think this might be special guest right here. Is this my man Idris calling in right now? Is this Idris on the line? Oh, there's not Idris on the line yet, but we might be. Hold up, 1 minute. Wait a minute, Dougie Fresh, you're on. We got the caller on the line right now?
6 minutes.
Ooh, Dougie Fresh, you on? Ooh, my man Tracy, what's good, young man?
Hey, man, I'm super. How are you all?
Oh, man, we doing amazing, man.
Good.
Yo, I'm going to tell you this, number one. Thank you, and another thank you again for choosing this song and actually being on the show with us tonight because, dog, this song was rocking, man. Like, this was a great song, Idris.
Man, you said pick something that I could speak to, man. That's one of the songs that shakes me, man.
Oh, my goodness, man. Does it? Man, talk that. So, why did you choose this song?
Oh, man, I think it was the energy. I mean, first of all, the visuals. KRS-One is one of my top 5 for sure.
Okay.
It was just like when he entered into the game, man, his whole style was different than anything that I was familiar with prior to that. You know, that's usually the artists that are on my list came into the industry and they changed how people rapped. You know, so there's a lot of things as far as with that song with KRS-One, like some of the lyrics in there, man, were just incredible to me. You know, they still stand strong to this day, man. You know.
Man, I did some research on KRS-One, and we're going to break it down a little later on, but, dog, this dude is super inspirational. Like, his story is amazing, man. Like, it's really amazing where he came from and how he got to. And, again, he had some bumps in the road, like we all do. He had a lot of bumps in the road, to be honest with you, but he persevered and didn't stumble. You know, he just went through it, and to what he became now is amazing, man. Again, I was saying earlier, if it wasn't for this guy right here, who I'm gonna say almost grandfather the battling with hip hop, you wouldn't have these disses right now. You wouldn't have these diss tracks right now if it wasn't for this guy right here, man.
He mastered before him, but to me, he mastered the craft.
Yes.
And, you know, and not to go off a tangent, but there's only one other artist to me that also mastered that craft. I didn't pick his song today, but I could have.
Who's that?
Which is LL Cool J.
Ooh, that's another classic.
I mean, let's talk style.
Yo, that's it. I mean,
Let's talk style.
The tracksuit, man. I
Yeah.
mean, like.
And was it Pumas? Was it Pumas that he rocked all the time?
Fila.
Troops.
That's right.
Ooh, the Troops. Yo, I had a pair of Ice Troops back in the day. The Ice joints. Ooh.
Yeah, Kango.
Kango, yes. He was a Kango. Big on the Kango in the tracksuit.
Which is all back in style.
Yes. Yeah, LL was another fashionable piece. Yeah, you're right. That's a good call. That's definitely a good call.
Yeah.
So, again, Idris, you know, when you come on the show, we want you to talk that talk. So tell us what's going on in your life right now, Idris.
Man, well, I guess most recently.
This guy humble, man.
You all for coming out to the show on Friday.
Yes, of course.
It was great seeing your faces, man, and you know having some family and you know close associates and such into the building, man. So my solo show for part of my Master for Fine Arts program at UB. That was my thesis show, but it was much larger than a thesis show, which you all heard me talk about, man. You know, I'm in a museum, man.
I mean, that's
incredible. I mean, this is like the culmination, I feel like, that you've just been working your whole entire life to get to.
I agree.
Dog, it was definitely inspirational, man. And, you know, the story you said, too, I don't know if you want to repeat it again, if you even remember what you said.
Yeah, tell the listeners.
But the story about the bridge, why you chose the bridge, man, that was very inspiring when you told that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So the bridge, you know, when I went about coming up with a title for anything that I do, you know, whether it's music, whether it's eat off art, whether it's whatever, like I try to pull something that means something for a duration of time, and I can
Yes.
have several meanings and interpretations. That's important to me. So the bridge, I'm a enter into the program, UB and the fine arts and things of that nature. There's a language and there's a protocol pretty much that you pretty much kind of fall in line with. And I couldn't fall in line with it, man. And I found myself in a really odd place, being one of the only black students there, and being in this program and trying to accept and adapt to the art world as it was painted. So it took a long time for me to just say, you know what, I know who I am, and hip hop is what made me, man.
Dope.
And so that drove all of my decision making to the work that I created, which led to the bridge. Because again, the bridge was about, that monumental song, and this period between MC Shan, Queensbridge, and The Bridge Is Over with Boogie Down Productions, KRS-One.
Yes.
That was kind of like the seed. But then it grew into these several entendres about like a bridge between communities, right?
Yes.
Buffalo is a very segregated city, right? So I want art and music to bridge that community, which it did that evening.
It did.
Also, the bridge in music terms means where the music changes, right? So the bridge is also about change. My show is about change. And so that's all those things kind of go into what I was thinking for the work that I produced, and for the vibe that I want people to get when they come in there. I want people to feel changed, transformed, inspired, and particularly for people like ourselves that love hip hop, I want us to be understood and seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's dope. And then I'm just gonna piggyback on what you said right now. I'm gonna give you some fun facts, right, about the bridge. You said MC Shan and KRS-One. That was a big beef back then, man. The bridge.
Big.
It was about, and that whole beef was about who really started rap. Was it the Bronx?
Yes.
Or was it Queens? Like, who really started rap? And that beef was real big. So I did a little history on that, right? I did a lot of actually history on that. And what a lot of people may not know about this beef between KRS-One and MC Shan, it actually was a little bigger than that, because what ended up happening was KRS-One actually tried to go to WBLS, where my uncle was at, and he tried to put his music on the radio show, but they dissed him. They said, no, you know why? The reason why they dissed him was Mr. Magic was actually the resident, director at the time, and the DJ was DJ Marley Marr. Ooh.
Yep.
Now, Marley Marr was the DJ for MC Shan. So he wasn't going to play his opponent's record on the same station. Oh, a lot of people didn't know that. So that was pretty big.
He told me it was whack.
Yeah, he told him it was whack. Exactly. He told him his song was whack, and it wasn't. So he took it, obviously, somewhere. He took it to the streets. So, again, there's a lot of history behind this beef between these two boroughs. The Bronx and the Queens, and like I said, that Queensbridge, and that beef rung on for a minute. And I read another article, and KRS-One he squashed it. They actually came together, I think, in like 1999 or something like that, and they squashed the beef.
Yeah.
Which was dope because they should do that.
Absolutely.
But it was definitely a monumental, probably one of the first, I would imagine, one of the biggest, the first diss kind of records albums back in hip hop history.
It wasn't the first, but it was the most memorable.
Okay.
It was certainly the most memorable, because there were other diss records prior to that, but they weren't necessarily records. Like they were like, these things were taking place inside of clubs.
Clubs, yeah, okay, it makes sense.
In New York City, right? Like the famous Kumo D and Busy B. Like Kumo
yes, that's
D
right.
and
Yes,
Busy B,
yes.
That was the first one.
That was the first one.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, okay. See, we doing some hip hop history here.
Most, but that one between Boogie Down Productions and MC Shan, that was on record.
Yes.
On
wax. Back in the days, they say that was on wax.
On wax. Yeah, on wax. And but yeah, it was to me that everything about it, the production of that piece, and back to the fashion, man. My favorite sneaker is the Jordan 3. He rocking the black Jordan 3s in that.
I got the white ones on tonight. I got the white 88s with the hold on. Do you remember the key tag, the keychain that came with it? I got the key. I got the keychain with the says Nike on it too. Ooh, they fresh. Watching I put the video out.
Yeah.
White. I got the white ones. Oh, these are hot right here, dog.
And he had the whole Boogie Down production
Yes.
crew had
Dapper Dan. Yes. Which was yo.
Legend.
That is
You
legend.
know?
I mean, Dapper Dan is still fashionable now.
He is. He just did a collaboration
Man.
with he's been working with Gucci,
Ooh.
and
Yep.
he just came out with a collaboration with the Gap. So, which is cool. I mean, he released a sweatshirt. So instead of, the Gap font, it says DAP.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Which was dope.
That's dope. Yo.
Yeah, man.
This was a.
You know, when I see that, he is hip hop. You know.
Yes.
He was around. He's older, but he knows the language, man.
He does.
You know, and he stays relevant because I think he's authentic, man.
Oh, pioneer in the fashion
Pioneer.
industry for sure. And
And every hip hop artist talks about Dapper Dan because I mean that was somebody to look up to. I mean the fashion that he had was just it was monumental and legendary. And I mean actually Dapper Dan in my opinion was way before his time. Way before his time. That guy had so many ideas that wasn't ready to even be adapted at that Dapper Dan adapted at the time.
He was ahead of the fashion giants at the time.
Yes.
he was.
Yes.
He was.
Like they were designing stuff, and they're looking at his like stuff like, wait a minute, we didn't make bombers.
No.
No, he would remix that stuff. He'd
Yes.
take it and he'd remix it and just.
And he did an amazing job.
And now it is a whole full blown trend, and has been
Right.
since he but yeah he needs to get his flowers.
And you and Idris, man, you a fashion dude too, dog. I mean, people see you on the gram or something. You always rocking. Matter of fact, when I seen you the other night, you didn't have a hat on. I'm like, hold up, is this the same dude I know? Like, because
Idris is one of our fashion influencers in Buffalo.
socks
say that.
socks be popping, like everything, man.
Yeah.
And if I'm not
When Aaron
mistaken,
when Aaron said it, I believe it.
oh, for real, yeah. And well, you're going to be a judge for Runway.
Oh.
You and Alexa.
Oh, yeah.
You got
nice.
it's Idris's birthday
Oh,
on April
Yes,
30th.
that's right.
Oh.
And you're going to be a special guest judge amongst we've got guys people from like New Era and all sorts of
Man, I gotta step my game up now. I gotta step my gear up,
so
man.
I'm excited.
you guys are going to be voting for the best in show that night.
I'm excited, man.
I'm super excited. And you created our branding, our logo for Push for Progress.
Yes, that was pretty dope too.
That was so dope, man.
I
love
appreciate that.
collaborations, man.
I love it.
I love them.
Yo, Idris, we're really happy, man, and we're really glad you had the time to, because I know you're busy, man, to take the time to come onto the show tonight.
He
And,
curated a show with Itina from Get Focus Productions for the Albright Knox. It was that was a month ago, and now you've got your solo show at the Birchfield Penny.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I went to go see In the Truths, and I'm telling you, that show at Northland is incredible.
It is.
I was just.
It's powerful.
It's so powerful.
It is.
Timely,
you guys, you did it justice.
You gotta go check it out.
You have to. Yeah. So
Oh,
look at
one last
Buffalo
thing.
is-
yes. No, come on, let's go.
See,
Yeah.
I realized the other day. So my show opened at Birchfield on April 8th, right?
Yes.
And a friend of mine, Jason, texted me a picture from 2019 of August 7th. Like 3 years prior, right? Almost on the same day.
Oh man.
And April 7th was the closing day of the first screenplay that I wrote at the Paul Robeson Theater.
Yo.
What?
Right? It was the closing day 3 years ago at the opening of my solo show. You know what I'm saying? So
gosh.
it was
I love that.
it was just beautiful,
That's dope.
man.
3 years ago,
Things that-
a friend of mine asked me to sing some MC rhymes, so I said this rhyme I'm about to sing. The rhyme was definitely went this way. That's what's up, man.
Well, listen, we appreciate you coming on tonight and talking about your show and picking this song for
Yo,
tonight.
this you
was
couldn't have
great.
picked a better song, and dog, I really appreciate your energy, Idris. And again, we love to have you one day in person, man, and you and your wife and your kids, everybody come down, man. We're gonna chop it up with all y'all.
That's right.
I will. I look forward to it.
Appreciate you, dog.
Keep rocking, y'all.
All right, appreciate
All
you,
right,
man. Thanks, man.
Idris.
Commercial time.
Orchard Park,
That one good.
Lackawanna, Cheektowaga, Amherst, Buffalo. We are the legendary Mix 1080, WUFO, and Power 96.5.
Yo, that was when Idris comes on, man. I love when he come on the radio, man. The energy he provides is amazing. And the guy is, when I say a fashionable dude, this dude, if you see his Instagram, head to Tizzo. Socks be popping, kicks popping. But again, thank you, Idris, for picking that song. So what I'm gonna do is give a couple little fun facts about my man KRS-One. So I did a little bit of research. I did a lot of research on KRS-One. Now, Aaron, I can never say this. What? So you gotta give me, what was the name that I told you earlier? I forgot about it. What was the name of the group, the religion, the group?
Oh, the Hare Krishnas.
The Hare Krishnas. There it is. The Hare Krishnas.
So
now,
do our research.
Ready. This might blow your mind. Now, the research I've done, his name is really, obviously, his name is not Chris. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody thinks his name is Chris. You know what his name is?
Not
Ready?
Chris.
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Right.
Okay. What's his last name?
Lawrence.
That one. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
The Blast Master. Okay.
Parker.
Okay. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. Kenny Parker's brother. Yes.
Lawrence Parker.
Kenny
yes.
Parker. Yes.
Now KRS-One came. Now let me give you a little story about little history behind KRS-One. When he was 16 years old, he left his house.
He did.
He decided to leave.
1981.
He decided to leave his house. So when he didn't see his mother for 7 years. In 88, he finally said, 88 again. Back to Snickers in 88. So in 88, he's seen his mom. So the reason I'm bringing this story up is he actually was homeless for some time. He's homeless for like almost 7 years. He was
I'm going to let you finish. Right, very good.
Okay. Oh, you got some other. Oh, we're going to let me finish. Oh, he got some information for you. Okay, so now, KRS, the research I've done, where did KRS-One come from?
Keep going, because that I don't know.
Okay, it came from that, what's religion again?
Okay, the Hare Krishna.
The Hare Krishna. So when he actually went to a shelter, and he followed the Hare Krishnas. Yes. So the Chris came from that part of Hare Krishnas. He took the I out, KRS. He used to tag, meaning what tag, if y'all don't know what tag mean is, he used to do graffiti. You can't use your real name in graffiti because they can find you. So he used one because he said he was the #1 graffiti artist at the time for himself. So he used KRS-One. That's where it came from. So again, a lot of history about KRS-One. That's just a little bit tidbit. That's a little fun fact there.
Love that fun fact.
Now, the other fun fact is this. The gentleman Scott LaRock, he always calls his brother. Right? Scott LaRock wasn't his brother.
No, that one of his best friends, the DJ.
Yes, the DJ wasn't one of his best friends, but Scott LaRock was a social worker for him.
Oh.
Yes, he was a social worker and a part-time DJ. So they came together, and that's when they became Scott LaRock and they formed the group BDP, Boogie Down Productions, which also had D Nice. Yeah, and there was one other, I think it was a female artist on there as well. I can't think of her. Yes, which he ended up marrying. They got divorced, but he ended up marrying. So that was a crew there. So that was a pretty dope thing about KRS-One as well. What other things did I find out about KRS-One? About Lawrence, Oh, one other quick thing too. I talked about the shelter already. So we talked about the shelter. We talked about 1981. So you had something to tell me though.
Yeah, I was just to piggyback. You actually hit all the nails in the coffin. A lot of people would have never knew. So when he was a young teenager and in the shelter, he had a little job. When you said the social worker, what's the name? Was a social worker?
Yes.
Right? Scott LaRock. He used to mop and clean floors. And he said what happened one day, he was mopping and he heard that the bridge is over. When he took the tape, he wanted to shop the tape and took it to who he was saying, and they wouldn't play it. But he always said this. He said, when I say unity, he said if it wasn't for MC Shan, he said to this day, he said nobody would never know. He said if it wasn't for MC Shan, he would have never been who he was. He said because if MC Shan wouldn't have responded back, he would have never been KRS-One. He said so. He always loved him. He said, yeah, we had a battle. He said, but deep down, it was love. He said because. Just for him to respond back is what made me who I am, because he responded back. If he wouldn't have responded back, to the bridge is over, he said I would have never been KRS-One.
That's a dope fact, man. That's why we got my resident DJ here. We ready. You know what? We gotta play that song. Go DJ. Yo, that's my DJ. Yo, go DJ. That's my but that's another song another day. So that's our DJ. So let's get into some sponsorships real fast. So we want to thank, number one, Wes Her for sponsoring the show. Wes Her has a huge selection of vehicles. Right now they have 4,500 pre-owned vehicles in stock right now.
All right.
32 dealerships. They just bought a new one, obviously, in East Syracuse.
Okay.
A Chevy store, one of the largest Chevy stores in Syracuse right now.
All right.
So they have
News to
32
the
stores.
fam.
Yes, news of the fam.
Welcome to the West Her fam.
And they have they taking over right now. They're taking over Western
That's
York.
amazing.
Western York is.
I'm waiting for my Croc Cash.
Yes, you have Croc Cash coming. Don't worry about that. It's in the mail.
Recommended.
It's snail mail right now. So it's
Somebody to buy a car.
Yes, and you got Croc Cash coming.
And I got Croc Cash.
You get $100 Croc Cash if you recommend somebody to buy a car from us.
I'm going to do that every single
Yes,
time.
and if you come in to the Hyundai store, you ask for Franklin and tell them the Franklin Crocker Show sent you. You get an additional $5 for your trade. And, and if you don't have a trade-in, we'll give you $250 in a discount right now. Ladies and gentlemen, $250, it may not sound like a lot, but right now it's a lot because there is no discount in cars right now. I mean, the shortage of vehicles right now is a lot. So, again, $250 extra money, hey, save some dollars. So, come down on West Her Chevrolet or West Her Hyundai, get your Croc Cash, get your $500, putting dreams in driveways, and we doing everything there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you soon, and come see your boy. Come see your boy Croc.
All right.
Holla at your boy. Also, too, what we want to talk about is the quote this week. I put a quote out, Aaron. The quote was, I put a Croc quote out.
What was it? Your famous quotes.
My famous
Every single
quote.
week there is a Croc quote that goes out into the world.
Quote that goes out into the world. And it said, you can't use perfect timing as a strategy to find your imperfect soulmate. So think about that. You can't use, the reason I brought this up is I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was talking about she's waiting for her perfect soulmate to arrive at her door. And we can't use it as a strategy, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you can't use a strategy of perfect timing as a strategy of finding your soulmate. I know the show right now is not about that right now, but again, I just want to bring that up.
Shopping up.
But
we are talking about fashion and music.
We're talking about fashion.
Soulmates.
Well, we're talking about soulmates too,
amazing.
because soulmates is big. We got to talk about soulmates as well every once in a while. But we want you to know, again,
we all need love.
Everybody need love.
We all need love.
There's a song too, Hoochies Need Love Too. Remember that song with DJ Ready Rock?
It was on was it Above the Rim song?
Yeah, it was Above the Rim.
You know,
Hoochies Need Love Too.
Yes.
Listen. I know you love your quotes, but we have to talk about Runway.
Oh, let's talk about Runway then. Let's talk about somebody calling in for Runway?
Yeah, Mouse is going to call in.
Mouse is in the house. You know what Mouse in the house means in basketball?
What?
It's when somebody tall is, you try to, let's say I'm 5'10", and I'm trying to guard somebody 6'10".
Uh-huh.
I can't guard him. That's a mouse now. I'm the mouse. So he's going to actually pin me under the basket and dunk on me. So that's a mouse in the house. So, but this is not the same mouse kind of house.
No,
So I think he's in the phone right now.
I think he's on the phone. Mouse.
Is Mouse in the house on the phone line right now? Mouse in the house. Are you?
Mouse is in the house.
My man Mouse is in his house. What's good, Mouse?
What up, Mouse?
I'm doing real good.
Oh,
what's up?
Man, we appreciate you calling in, young man. And man, you are very inspiring, young man. How man, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you, Mouse?
I'm 21.
21, and that inspiring, man. Like, you can learn. I'm old. I'm 45. I can learn from this young man right here.
That's right.
You no matter how old you are, you can still learn from some young people. And this guy right here is very inspirational. So tell us about yourself, Mouse.
I mean, what do you want to know?
I want to know everything. What is your fashion desire? What are you looking to do?
My fashion desire.
Yes.
Oh man, that's kind of a hard question.
Is it?
I think in general, I just want to be. It's kind of hard to say. I just want to be known, I guess.
Okay.
Not sort of like a mega clout way, but like I'm okay with just being like Hanes or something that everyone has. But I want to contribute to something, to everyone.
Mouse, I really think that you are going to be the next Hanes.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
That'd be dope.
Well, I mean, you've built such a following for yourself. I mean, let's talk about your social media presence.
Yeah. How can people follow you, Mouse?
I mean, I have somewhere around 20,000 on Instagram right now.
Yeah.
He's starting a little bit.
And a little over 200,000 on like TikTok.
He out here starting. 20,000 on IG and 200,000 on TikTok.
Yeah, you went viral.
Yeah.
Mouse, you stunning right now, Mouse. That's big time right now. That's dope.
What's your vibe on I just saw your latest video that you posted. You made a coat and you show your process, which I think is so cool.
That's what actually most people like. So that's what I got to keep up with that.
Is there a certain kind of fashion you like doing more than others? Like, is there a certain design you like to do? Like, is it the jackets? Do you like doing that, or is there anything specific?
I love jackets. Jackets are my bread and butter.
Your bread and butter, which you paint. I've seen you like painting some like skeleton bones, and it's dope. I enjoy following you.
Mouse is in the house. Mouse is in the house.
And of course, you are one of our senior designers. Ooh. So congratulations on making it into runway, which is April 30th.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. And how did jury go on Friday?
Jury went amazing. Way better than I thought it would, to be honest.
Awesome. You were like rolling on like no sleep. I think you slept in the tech building. Maybe.
You gotta do what you gotta do, Mouse.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I respect it.
Yeah, I respect
that
it
entire
too.
week. Yeah, that entire week I only went home to change, brush my teeth, and shower, but about 22 out of the 24 hours a day I was in the lab.
Whoa, that's dedication, man.
I have a lot of respect for you. And you know what I love about, there's 5 senior designers that made it into the show. And you guys are like a crew. You got mad love for each other. And there's no competition. That's what I like about you guys.
That I can agree with. I think that's the coolest thing. I didn't expect it when the class first started.
Yeah.
We barely talked to each other, but over time, we just started talking.
You've
it became
really
like a cool
to
thing.
know
We're like
each
a little
other.
family.
It's cool. You gotta love that Buff State vibe. So the theme this year is Push for Progress. And so how were you inspired by Push for Progress with your collection?
My original idea was to go for sustainability, and I did keep up with that. Majority of my stuff is either 100% organic or recycled in some way. You actually helped me get the.
That's right. I connected you with Uncle Sam's, right? Was it?
Mm.
You did, yeah.
Yeah. So you got some dead stock vintage, Army Navy surplus, and you worked that into your collection. And what inspired you for your collection this year?
So the military inspired me for my collection. Utilitarianism is a great style, and I grew up as a military child, so I was always around that stuff.
Dope.
And you can really see that influence. I mean, you've got little kind of Velcro detail, and I loved how you kind of you incorporated those military details into your collection.
I tried to keep the utility, yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. And so, what are you most excited about the show? It's coming up in 2 weeks. Are you nervous?
Not at all.
That's what I'm talking about. Act like you've been there before.
Is there anything that we can expect? You want to give people like a little teaser? I mean, I know that your models are going to show up and they're going to be incredible.
I mean, the only thing I can say for anyone that's coming and wants to come is just get ready to be absolutely amazed. I mean, it's more so. It's not even just like I can talk out of like a confidence for myself. It's everyone that I'm working with, and everything that I've seen has been so amazing. Like there's just something crazy about all the work that everyone's doing, myself included, and just every intricate piece of it from all the people working on it. We pulled together something awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm so excited to see your collection hit that stage, and we want people to go out and buy tickets, right? We want to fill that entire sports arena at Buffalo State because we are going to put on an incredible show.
Yes.
Things that, I mean, the audience is not even going to expect.
There's going to be some new stuff this year. Some inspiring stuff.
Like, oh, my gosh. The set is going to come to life.
Yes, and I'm going to be there, too. So
Okay, fine.
We're going to meet up, Mouse. Me and you are going to hang out in the VIP section, Mouse.
All right, for sure.
You're going to rock out with Croc.
Thank you, Mouse, for calling in. I appreciate it. And we are so excited to see your collection hit the runway on April 30th. And so people are going to have to follow you. How can people follow you on Instagram and TikTok?
My Instagram is at mouse.ny for New York. And that's my socials for everything. So if anyone wants to follow, go ahead. I appreciate it.
Definitely get you some followers, young man.
I love it.
Maybe you can let me borrow some of yours, too.
Oh my God. All right, Mouse, listen, go get some sleep.
Yeah, get some sleep, young man.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
Oh, okay. That's dedication. That's what I'm talking about.
Listen, we appreciate it. We're here for it. And we can't wait to see your collection.
Yes.
Awesome.
Take it easy, Mouse.
Have a good one, Mouse.
Thanks for calling in, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Yo, Mouse is doing some big things, man.
He is.
Yo, he's talking about 22.
things.
Yo, 22 hours he spent in 2 hours. Yo,
He did.
that's super dedication. I can't do it.
Oh, but the precision of his collection and the quality and the paying attention to detail, and I was blown away. The judges were blown away. I mean, and like you said, like the 5 other senior designers, they are they've been working hard, and they are our finale of the show.
Dope. So since we're talking about shows and finales and clothing,
What?
what else what did we do this week? Didn't we do something? Did we do a contest this week as well? I think we did a contest.
We did our Boosting Buffalo Businesses.
Boosting Buffalo
Boosting
Businesses.
Buffalo
Yes.
Businesses.
So did we have a winner this week?
Yeah, we did. So winner.
Winner chicken dinner.
So our winner for Boosting Buffalo Businesses is Untied to Time. And the owner is Carly Garrison.
Okay.
And I know Carly because Carly is actually an FTT grad from Buffalo State, fashion student. Carly showed at Runway years and years and years ago. Now Carly is this incredible creative in Buffalo, and she has just recently opened up a tailor shop. So
Dope.
she's doing tailoring.
Okay.
And so, we're going to be supporting her business. We're going to be promoting over the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
And we are going to be, I'm going to spend some money there.
You always.
Do you have some things that you need to get tailored?
Probably do.
Right? Do you have some
Yeah,
suits
I
or
got
something?
actually, no, I got a couple of suits I got to get tailored. So you know what? I'm going to give my business to her.
All right.
She's
Well,
going to
listen,
take care of it.
you know, for those that know me, I've lost 30 pounds.
Oh, that's what's up.
I've been working
Congratulations.
really hard. Thank you. I've been
Congratulations.
working really hard. But I don't want to get rid of some of my pieces.
So we just get them tailored.
So I'm going to give them to Carly, and then she's gonna tailor them and make them fit me.
Dope.
Which I'm super
that's
excited.
gonna be really
so
dope.
we're gonna support her, and it was one of her friends that voted for her, and
Okay.
so Shelbs is gonna get a $100 Visa gift card.
Yeah, well, that's what we do. We give out. You
It
know
is.
what? Croc gives out a lot of money. I gotta stop.
That's right.
Do you think I'm a millionaire or something?
Boost Buffalo businesses.
I'm boosting Buffalo. Well, I'm not just boosting, but we're doing it as a team.
As a team.
And
That's right.
Kerry's not here, but he's also helping to boost Buffalo businesses as well. And we really appreciate the listeners actually to helping us out to help boost Buffalo businesses, because I've gotten a couple phone calls on how their business has boosted from the show.
Oh.
Some people said they heard it on the show and they went to some of these places. I mean, like
And
Ella
listen,
James.
these are connections that I feel like all of us are continuing to use.
Yes, Eat Off Art,
Super.
Kari's. I go there every
Mhm,
Friday
every
now.
Friday.
I get my Soul Bowl every Friday.
Listen, I just had a special guest judge that came in for Runway, Bridget Ortiz,
Yes.
sustainable fashion designer. I took her to Kari's on Friday and blown away, literally blown away.
had
She's
Soul Bowl?
like, this Soul Bowl was like the best thing that she's ever
Yo,
had.
it's like crack.
She got it with the salmon on it. It was
Yo, it's
delicious.
amazing.
So
It's amazing.
it was
It's
really
amazing
great.
stuff.
But yeah, I mean, and then the VIP Lounge,
Mm.
Dessert Parlor is going to be doing desserts.
Another boosting Buffalo
Another
business.
boosting Buffalo business.
Winner.
So
We're continuing to just
continuing.
keep boosting these
Sharing
businesses.
the love.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing
But
is caring.
I want to go back to some KRS-One stuff. I want to go back to some 88 stuff. So,
All right.
Ready Rob, what is what gear was you rocking in 88? Like what was it? What sneakers were you rocking? What was it?
Ooh, that's easy. Remember, what is that? MCM.
Oh,
And I got mine from the Central Park. Remember, you had the hat.
Yo,
you had the
that's when the Central Park was popping back then. They had all the little stores.
That's like Murphy's, the Chinese. Come on, man, the Chinese one. Everybody had MCM. And that's when you had it in white. You had it in red. It was MCM was everywhere. But if you didn't go to that place, you just wasn't there.
Yo, you know where I got my? I told you I had some troops, some ice troops. You know where I got them from? Tent City. You remember Tent City downtown?
Yep, my only pair of troops I ever had, I got from Kente Sportswear.
Kente's, yes.
Like K-Shoy's on
Yes,
Kensington.
yes. I was rocking that hard, man. My ice troops. My father made me walk probably call it 20 blocks downtown. I was a kid to get those ice troops. I want those ice troops bad, man. We went to Tent City. It probably cost him $50-$60, and he probably punished me for the rest of the month because that's a lot of money back then. $50 for some sneakers is a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
you know,
yeah.
but again, another thing I had too. My daughter still has it.
The starter jacket.
The starter jacket. And it's in Atlanta. I wanted to wear it today. My daughter, Alyssa, took the starter jacket back to Atlanta with her. I have a Syracuse. Let me tell you the story about the starter jacket. I was probably 11 years old, 12 years old, and I wanted the starter jacket so bad. It was $125 back in like the 80s. And my dad, I begged him for this starter jacket. And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. So he bought this 1989 Ford Mustang. And he made me, in the wintertime, wash his car outside. Every day.
What?
Yes, he wanted me to pay him off based off the car washes. So the car washes paid for the jacket. Well, so it taught me a little bit of responsibility.
It did, right?
But
it
taught me how to get frostbite. And you know, with Buffalo, the water is so cold. Before it came out the hose, it was freezing. The car was, it was amazing. But again, he taught me responsibility, taught me some hard work, and I guess it paid off, to this day. So RIP, Dad. So again, that was that starter jacket. It was a Syracuse starter jacket, and he wanted me to
that glossy starter jacket.
Yes, it was a blue satin one with the orange and white stripes, and he wanted me to go to Syracuse, and didn't make it Syracuse. Didn't make it there. But I'll also talk about some slang, right? Some slang words from '80s.
Okay.
Now, in this song, Philosophy, he says a couple of things. So I'm gonna go back. Ready, Robbie, getting ready for some of this stuff too, because I know you know some of this. So there's some slang words he used. So he said streets and get jumped. So we all know about what getting jumped is. We don't want to talk about violence, but back in the day, cats got jumped. Like, you know what jump means? Yeah. Jump means that you walk on the street and a crew of people will come out and you might get beat down and you got to run. You got to, either you fight or you run. So that was one of the words. So he used that in the song. He used sucker MCs. Ooh. A sucker MC. You know what a sucker MC was? What was a sucker MC? Ready?
Ready's got it.
A sucker rapper.
A sucker rapper. Somebody who was horrible. Sucker MCs. All right, I got some more 80s. He used posse. My posse from the Bronx is thick. My posse was my crew. Hanging out with my crew. We showed each other love. That was my posse. All right, what's the other words? Oh, he used the other word, whack. You know what whack was, Aaron? You know rap man? What? Whack.
Whack.
You know what whack means? Yeah, not whack-a-mole. We're not talking about whack-and-moles. Whack means somebody was just, you were horrible. You was
corny.
Corny. There we go. What? Oh, I got another one he's used.
Did he say corny?
Corny, yeah. That was whack. That was whack.
That's whack. That's whack.
That's whack. Now another one, ready, Rock. I got another one for you. These are all from the song. They're bugging. Ooh.
Oh, bugging.
Tripping.
You're
tripping out. Yeah, you bugging like, yo, you I'm saying you're acting crazy. You bugging out.
We still say these things.
Some of these words we are saying still.
They've stood the test of time.
All right, let me see. I got another one here. Oh, brother. Oh, dissing. We all know what dissing means, right?
You're going to say diss, yep.
He said diss a couple times. So dissing means, obviously you're talking down to him, whatever. Here we go. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, we still kind of use this fresh. He says fresh for 88.
Oh, yeah.
So fresh meaning like,
fresh to death.
Fresh to death. Look at you, Aaron, talking about fresh to death. Aaron, you got a little swag too, Aaron.
I think
you got a little sweet swag from the suburbs.
I don't wear these glasses for nothing.
Ooh, you don't wear the glasses for nothing, Aaron. Ooh, that's my joint right there. Ooh. Now, also back to KRS-One.
Yeah.
He made like in this album cover, he's actually holding a gun.
Yeah.
And there's some more research I did on KRS-One. He's holding a gun. He's actually holding, I think it's a Tech 9, which is like an assault rifle somewhat, I guess it's, or I don't know, some kind of gun, right? Tech 9. And what was funny about this, what I read, what was funny about this is he really didn't condone violence, but his record label did. So his record label had him trying to put this gun out. But then right after this,
on the album cover,
Scott LaRock got shot 5 months after the album was released.
Yeah.
So then he reverted and did that big album, Self-Destruction.
Self-Destruction.
And he got everybody involved. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. So he started, talking about not condoning violence. But in his mind, he said that he was similar to Malcolm X in regards to rap. And he was a philosopher. If you look at some of his accolades now, he is a philosopher. He is a teacher.
He's also a vegan.
What was the name of that album?
Ooh, was it Self-Destruction?
Nope, the one with the gun.
That was Criminal Minded. Criminal Minded, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Was it?
Was it Criminal Minded?
Criminal Minded.
It might have been Criminal Minded.
Okay, or he had a song on there. Then I thought it was the name of the album. Okay, the whole point of the gun too. He had a song on there. It was basically explained to you like the whole point of the gun. What image was that with him with the gun?
He was like standing behind like a wall or something, right?
Right, a window.
A window, yes, yes.
Who else did that?
Ooh, who else did?
Malcolm X.
Malcolm
X. So so that's where it came from. Yes, so that's what he's doing. Yes. Yeah, you're 100% right. You know what? Yo, Reddy, you are ready, man. Yo, Reddy, you are definitely Yo, this is my man right here. I like this dude, man. So yes, he was so yes, that's where it comes from, the whole Malcolm X.
But then he started Stop the Violence movement.
Yes. Now give us, I think there was something else that we pulled up about KRS-One. There was something else that we have about him as well. Some more tidbits or fun facts about KRS-One. Because he started the self-destruction movement. And obviously his wife, we talked about, Miss Melody. She was actually on that album as well. Who else was on that album? There was Miss Melody. Who else was in there? You had, was D Nice in there?
Oh yeah,
D Nice was on there.
Because he was like the tour, like the DJ.
Yes, so he's a DJ for them back in the day, and then you had some other really, really big artists that actually helped that movement, because there was a big movement. He was also talking about AIDS.
Oh, like Just Ice and them.
Just Ice. There was AIDS. He was talking about self-destruction, obviously, with.
Well, he was an activist in a lot of ways.
And he's still an activist.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Teacher.
And if you do some research on this guy, he's actually spoken at several colleges.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Ivy League, to Harvard, to Yale. I mean, he has done some major events, and you can't say enough about this gentleman, because he is a pioneer of, in my opinion, of hip hop in regards to being mainstream. Yeah.
So I had a question for you. This was the most important question I was dying to ask you, because I heard what our guest said that called in. Where is he in your top? No, I just say this. No, where is he in your whole list of greatest rappers? Where is he? Where would you put him honestly? You yourself, personally.
Oh, that's a good one. You put me on the spot. Okay. After now, my opinion is not based off all of his music. It's based off his accolades as well.
Just him in general. Like, where is he at? Just in your whole right. Just all MCs from the time you was born to now. Where is he at to you personally?
I think he's in my top 3.
Oh.
He's definitely in my top 3.
That's how you honestly feel?
I honestly feel he's in my top 3.
I must say, very good. It was always between him and Rakim, but for me personally,
I was thinking about Rakim. I'm
gonna have to go with KRS-One first. You know why? Just like they said Biggie and Pac, I always put Biggie first personally, because I can relate to what he said.
Got it.
KRS-One to me the greatest, because I can relate to his stuff that people don't have a clue about. He was more than just commercial.
Yes.
In the limelight.
Yes, and I agree with that. He was definitely more than commercial, and he didn't care about the limelight. And a lot of the songs he talked about, it wasn't about the money for him. It was about getting his message out. It was about, teaching people, about the culture. That's why he calls him teacher. He was about teaching the culture of hip hop and understanding the meaning behind it. It was always meant to be a violent, a genre of violent music, but it really wasn't. And he's trying to tell you this is not about violence. It's portrayed as being violent. It's portrayed about guns, but it's more than that. It's influencing a culture, and that was hip hop is one of the biggest movements in the world to this day.
Now, when you say that, we got time super quick. Professor, how quick can you write? Uh-oh. How quick? I need you to spell reality, but space it out. Real quick, just write down reality. Spell the word reality on a piece of paper real quick.
Okay.
This is why he was the greatest to me ever.
Okay.
And you can listen to this album. It was in 95. It's called KRS-One, but did you write it? Okay, each word, right? You ready?
Uh-huh.
Each word, stay with me to R, right? Watch this.
Right,
this is the whole thing of hip-hop. This is why he the greatest ever.
Okay.
Reality, okay? Watch. Uh-huh. Each letter means something. Rhymes.
Okay.
Equal actual.
Okay.
Life.
Okay.
In the youth. He said reality is not always the truth. Rhymes equal actual life in the youth.
Yo, that's deep right there. Yo, that is deep right there. You know what? He just moved up a notch on my level. He might be number 2 now. He might have went up to number 2. Because, he is a deep thinker. He is a very deep thinker. And it's not just about, rhyming. It's not about, there's a true message behind what he's trying to tell everybody. And it's not, like you said, Reddy Rob said earlier, it's not just commercial. You know, he didn't really care if his music hit the radio. It was more to hit, he wanted to do a hit mainstream so he can teach people. Not about money, not about, you know, clothing. Because, again, he wasn't even a flashy dresser. He had some 88 kicks, but that was back in the day. But he wasn't about the clothes. He wasn't about the cars, about the money. He was about, you know, teaching people the philosophy of it. So, again, I really give him a lot of credit. And, Aaron, you're going to get the I'll give you the last words tonight, Aaron. Get the last words in right now.
Oh, my gosh. After
Aaron, get the last
words.
After
the reality?
Yes. So, Aaron, what do we, so just close out with, you know, we're going to close out with,
listen,
with the show.
I think we've had a great show tonight.
Yes, and April 30th.
April 30th.
We need everybody to come
down.
down.
Tickets, bscrunway.com. Come out and support Buffalo State students.
Yes.
And come out and support Mouse.
Yes, and support the Franklin Crocker Show. Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been listening to anybody in the world right now. You're listening to us, and we appreciate that.
We do.
VIP section, we doing it. Reddy Rob, you'll be there too.
That's right.
And ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Good night.
Thank you for tuning in to the Franklin Crocker